there is an extreme, unpleasant, or poor service delivery in Mogalakwena as a whole. How can this be resolved?
Yeah, in simpler, very, very simple, so to say, in simpler terms, we of the Sanko are calling for the mayor to be released from his duties and implement Judge Miller's judgment that tells us that the MM was not hired properly.
Mhm.
Yes, that's our call. If we can release the mayor and, in fact, the mayor be relieved from his duties and implement Judge Miller's judgment. Period.
All right. One second.
Okay, I can meet Mayara, the MM Tabakacho. None already. Maspalar no Tabaka, we did the better on your time. Because I need to get it to the stacky. I will need to get it this time.
Yeah, we as PCC, we feel that for the smooth running of our municipality is to have one voice as the structures, as the community at large, maybe to stand firm, maybe to remove the illegal appointment, the illegally appointed municipal manager, as well as the mayor, because their presence in the municipality says nothing to the entire community.
Okay. Is there anything that you also like to add on, or can I continue?
Yes, we may add upon that to say, you see, from where we are as a community or community leaders or community members,
Yes.
this council is seated on a contempt of court.
Yeah.
Because if maybe we may rephrase people, what does the judgment of Judge Miller say? In some of the directive in that judgment is to, it says the council should have a meeting. In that meeting, they should set aside the appointment of Mr. Madube.
Yeah.
And they should put an acting MM, appoint acting MM, and re-advertise the post. And it should be done within 14 days. Remember, this is the judgment of 2022. It was in September.
Yeah.
2022 September. How many 14 days do we have since from 2022 to 2024 September? So it tells you that this council is seated on a contempt of court. Now, as we are speaking.
Okay.
Thank you.
And yeah, in addition to what Mr. Sasa is saying, yeah, there is a lot of damage which is occurring in the municipality due to the resistance of these leaders in the municipality. So in other ways, if we can fail to join the hands like we are here today as the civic organizations, it will help us to maybe to have a one voice which is heard by everybody, that we are removing those people in our municipality. We must also bear in mind that this is not their municipality, it's the people's municipality. That people must run it. Because they are there, the municipal manager, as he is there illegally, needs to be removed. Maybe if that is the case, the post to be re-advertised, as the court has indicated earlier on that. Go back and re-advertise the post. And there is nothing which has been implemented on that
matter. Anything? Okay. Yes. Mr. Sasa, you've already mentioned that there is a court order, and we do have a province we're in Limpopo Province, and is there any steps that the province or in short terms is is there anything that the province has done up to this stage?
Thank you. But so far, what we see or what we saw the province doing short after the judgment, and following the judgment, there was a illegal hiring of some of the head of departments or Section 56, 57 managers. Then the Coxstar wrote a letter indicating that those people should be removed from this, or should their appointment should be set aside because they are not legal. After that, we've never seen anything from Coxstar, Premier's office, and whatsoever. I mean, we're seeing nothing. Sambo is being taken to streets, and other organizations, the civic movement, the people of Mogalakwena have been taken to streets. They tend not to listen, or they tend not to at least call them in here, sit around the table, resolve the matter. But the mayor is turning a blind eye. I'm not going to talk of the council because they don't even call mass meetings in the state. You see, I don't know, maybe somewhere in other words, but from where I'm coming from, you don't see any mass meeting, you don't see any meeting, community meetings, you don't see such things. You will only see the councillor when they introduce a project, and when you check that particular project is coming there because it's a friend of a friend. So we're having a problem. Hence, you saw in some of these which one was that, 28 and 12, 28, 27, where they were doing this issue and pavement. We even lost life there because people were fighting amongst themselves. Yes. Thank you.
Any additional one?
Ke nyaka go tlaleletsa tabeng ya andro tse dipula di nele ditsela di senyegile mokhanselara mayor of founetšwe mayor a re metsa bue batho ba ipeile ba be ba dutse mo lore ba tseba gore metsa feta a ntshara ya mayor batho ba ditsela di se tlhodisa ba bona o sa tsamaega so a ntshara ya go mayor a re batho ba mo ba ipeile mo ba dutse.
Okay. Gore in short, go ya le ka mokgo lena le bonang province e ke bolela ka province ke latiša taba ya office of the premier, MEC's office, Coxstar, le bona mo tabeng e ya masepala ba kile ba tliša solution.
Maybe how many times have we submitted memorandums to our municipality, Mogalakwena local municipality, several times to say, and there were no responses to those memoranda that we submitted to our municipality. How many marches that took place in our municipality? Several marches, but there was no response either from the MEC of Coxstar or MEC of the previous office. There was no response. So it means they are taking the people of Mogalakwena municipality local to say they don't care. People are keep on suffering. That is why we keep on. We don't have. Let me say, we don't have the municipality by as we say, because if Coxstar had happened to intervene, people were not supposed to suffer up to this level.
All right. And there is a strike on the 19th of November, which is tomorrow. And what is the strike all about, Mr. Sasa, if I may ask?
Thank you. It is a peaceful march.
Okay.
Going to Mogalakwena municipality. However, we are not delivering the memorandum to Mogalakwena municipality.
Okay.
They are offices that we've written a letter to so that they can come and take this memorandum of grievances.
Mm-hmm.
One, Office of the Presidency, Minister of Police, Coxta, DMRE, the Regional Office of Provincial Congress coupled with the Provincial Office of ANC, and also the District Mayor. These are the offices targeted for this memorandum. Because this memorandum is a continuation of many that we took to the municipality. They tend not to respond to them. So now we are taking it up to the upper offices, like to those I mentioned. And if they don't come to take this memoranda, we are planning on coming up with other actions. There are many where this action comes from. By the way, it's being led by us as Sampo. And then we are with these civic organizations locally. We are together. Yes.
Right. Ka Mokopane, mama, on a strike ka di 19 November. Strike is a kangkolo ke ka strike se.
Kgangkgolo ka strike se ke gore re ba fe memorandum. So dilo ka moka tse re di ngotsweng ka memorandum ba di ele tlhoko, and then ba re answer ka matšatši a taba re ba file one. So go ka se diragale jalo a re tsebe gore after re bona re dile jang but re tla ba le di-plans tse dingwe.
All right. Mr.
I think the submission to memorandum tomorrow is relevant to the relevant people because not necessarily to the municipality. But I think that the way it's directed is directed to the relevant people, which will in turn need to act with immediate effect because they need to be given time, a specific time to respond because people are dying. Some are dead, some are still dying. We are having so many things now that we are resolving the structures. Say, for an example, we are having so many chaos in terms of the spazas and what stuff. Things keeps on happening. That is why we need to be careful when we deliver the memorandum. For those people who are taking the memorandum to respond in time.
What are the issues affecting members of the community as a whole and the impact it has on their leadership? Mr.
Thank you. You see, there are a number of issues. One, we've got issues. One, issue of the illegal immigrants, shop owners. Two, we have the issue of unemployment. Three, we also have the issues of these issues and minings. How the procurement is run, how the processes are followed in terms of hiring one from locals. It's a very big challenge, and how they brought their things. Like now, they are busy with their SLPs. You'll find they are coming back to the people whenever this time of renewing their social and labor plans. And then what we have found there is that our council or our mayor is forming part of giving those programs or projects there inside those particular SLPs and so forth. Hence, we've called the DMRE to take the memorandum of grievance. That's the part now, whereby the mayor is seen being actively so, or the council seen being actively so in relation with social and labor plan of these mines without consulting the communities or members of the community or stakeholders at large. So now this is one part of it in terms of mining. Secondly, we have thirdly, because I talked of unemployment, it involves those things. Thirdly, we are having the issues of what we call this them not listening to this, to the community. So it gives frustration to us as the leaders.
Yeah.
You know, at times you find yourself frustrated. I'll give you this simple example of workers. Now, there are bylaws. Even if those bylaws have expired, I'm using this due to lack of words, expired.
Yes.
Now, you find when we approach those things of bylaws, when we want them to activate certain bylaws in terms of this informal business practice, it always starts with our people. It does not go to these illegal immigrants or the immigrants. According to immigrants law, there is no immigrant who's able or who's liable or who is competent or qualified to have a permit to practice in that particular space of business. But you find there are many people here who are practicing, who are outside this country, who are not citizens of this country in our town. This is one other thing which is frustrating, that when you go to them, you tell them, no, the bylaws are doing 1, 2, 3, you engage them. After engage them, when they go to implementation, when they move to implementation, they start with our people, South Africans.
Okay.
The citizens.
Mr. Matla.
I've got these items like one, we are having a poor management in our municipality. Okay. Poor management in our local local municipality. That's point number one. Two, lack of unservice delivery to our communities. 3, unfair appointment of workers in the municipality. When I'm talking about the unfair appointment of, so there is no consideration of applications forms which were for the posts which were advertised. That's what I've realized. Maybe as a PCC, we have sit on that matter. And also we have the illegal immigrants, which are taking our space, which leads us to a poor unemployment. These are the things that I've realized.
Okay. And what is the Mogalakwena municipality doing to resolve these issues? Give examples if you can.
I mean, we are seeing nothing here. They are part of problem. They are not part of solution.
Yeah.
Firstly, there is no communication between the community and them. Let me give you an example when coming to the issue where the service rendering. Now, you find the municipality says, we are going to switch or cut off water, electricity, and so forth if you do not pay. But there was no proper sitting engagement. Like when they want to change the system of water meters, that system, when they wanted to change, they wanted to move to this digital one. The digital method of meter. Moving from conventional to this one, we wanted engagement. But hey, they didn't do that. Yeah, you wake up in the morning, people are here to change the meter. You have never been engaged, no one has talked to you, and all those things. We understand those are properties of the municipality, but here we are residents of this municipality. We need to be engaged, we need to be taken through with many things. You see, these are the things that are still pending. And you see things going around switching off meters. The next thing, there are these people who will call, you are not sure. Well, who's that person? They'll give you account number to pay on that and whatsoever. And then you find there's a fraud there. There's also accounts of fraud. So we are not sure what is going on because our municipality is not talking to us as communities. They are not. They are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that is true. The answer for that question is simply nothing. They are doing nothing. Instead, to intimidate the residents by switching off electricity, like what Mr. Sasa has indicated, they don't have an interest of communities at their heart. They only, or when they sit in the municipality, they are only planning to misuse funds which are supposed to be used to cater the community services. So and nothing else. So they are planning nothing in terms of community services.
Okay. And boyalaka le nama ditirelo le bona di ya batho go ya le ka le
nna o ya le ka nna a ke di bone.
ke eng se se dirang gore le bone ike ditirelo ga di batho
Ke community ka bo yona ge e lena e tla mo rena e botsa gore e tlhoka metsi e tlhoka ditsela greatera e tlang hela o ne le lehu le metsi ba di ba hela o ne le lehu. So le tabeng ya gore ba hira jwang ka mo masepaleng o diragalang ba no bona ntse batho ba hirile a ba tsebe so ba lela mo rena ba re botsisa gore gane o diragalang le rena tlhoka di-answer ka bekeng la a re tsebe selo le makhanselara a rena a ke mo rena a kgoboketse community a ba update gore ba tlalela mo kae ke eng e seng gona ka mo masepaleng ke eng e leng gona a o ne ntho e leng gona community be e bolele le rena e re o ka ba jwang le re bolelle le mmaene ge re ba bolelela le mmaene o re rena re tliša dilo ka mo masepaleng
e ba re ba tliša dilo
ba rekile dilo tša go lokiša ditsela
ke ra gore sorry he ba re ba tliša dilo maine o tliša dilo ka masepaleng ba bolela ka dilo tša mofuta mang
ba bolela ka di-greatera tsone tše tša go lokiša ditsela
okay
ba re bona ba di rekile di ka masepaleng masepala ge re botsiša masepala o tla botsa gore a re greatera e senyegile gore dilo tša go tshwana le tše dilo tsone di phela di senyegile
Mr. le araba
Yeah, as challenge they are doing nothing but to complain with us. You find the councillors, some of the councillors will also complain with us. As leaders, we are sometimes crisscrossing, meeting with them and talking to them. We find they will complain. And we are tired of having complaints. Remember where we are. Now we are having solutions. And the solution is one. Let this mayor go. If they don't want this mayor to go, the rest of the council should go. Let's put section 139(1)(c).
Yes.
That will work for us. Because they said they were putting intervention, nothing was done. Instead, that intervention brought us the appointment, the legal appointment of Mr. Mandela after that intervention. And where we are not sure what did the intervention did, because we don't know out of all those working areas, how many were done, how many were not done. Now, again, we are calling for the issue of SIU. Did the SIU report implemented? Why the SIU report is not in front of these communities? Because the SIU report is done mainly for us as communities. It's us who called for that. We were at the forefront as communities. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the only thing that we can do, maybe try to answer that question, is just to remove those stumbling blocks in our municipality and nothing else. Maybe things will go smooth.
Okay, yeah. And as Mr. Mato, you know, as on the move, we've already we've traveled the whole, maybe half of this Limpopo province. Many community members are complaining about water, the roads, but mainly water. Water is the main issue. What can you say about that?
Yeah, in terms of water, I've been looking for so many videos from where you are, maybe trying to solve the issue of water. that is a very serious crisis of water. People are no longer in need of water delivered by the trucks. Let me indicate from our side at Extension 19, we no longer want those trucks because those trucks are hired by the workers at the municipality. And the water that they are delivering to the communities are not healthy to be drank, to be used. Because we need a healthy water. We are using a flushing toilet where the water delivered by the trucks are saving no purpose. So why is it that they are delivering water to us? Failing to address an issue of water to all the communities. They keep on promising, but instead they look at the loopholes where they can use their own trucks to deliver water, where they are going to benefit out of that. So the main issue that the communities are crying on is water as a source of life.
Mr. What can you say?
Actually, I've got a thing about this issue of water, you know. Mine is nationwide, it's even international. My thinking is, or the way I view things is, we will never have a smooth process or a program where our people are going to be having water as long as our water is still commercialized. Now, I think I'll leave it for one day. We'll have to decommercialize water, and then our municipality, their licenses and systems and program in place will transfer. Because, hey, when going to municipalities, say, they see it as a commodity that they can make commission out of it, because it's a day-to-day thing. Now, if the municipality does not have, in fact, it is unable to bring water to the people or communities, someone comes inside, you rent the truck, that particular person is making commission out of that. So you will find some of them are sabotages. This leadership are fighting. This is a bigger battle than you think. Anyway, but when coming to Mogalakwena municipality, the issue here is incompetence. Yes. It's incompetency. And the incompetency where does this incompetence start? It starts within the council. Yeah? The lawmakers themselves are not competent. The council itself is not competent to run these programs in Mogalakwena. It's not competent to handle plus minus 2.8 billion or 2.3 billion budget. It's not competent. Look, you go to the administration level, they are treating us as members of the community as a source of income. Now they are turning this municipality into a commercial entity. And while the municipality itself, it is not designed for that. It is not designed for commission. It is designed for service delivery purposes. Now, yes, I must render because of my services, because of the services rendered I need to pay. But hey, this municipality, when they plan, they are planning on how they can get quick cash.
Yeah, that's it.
They are not planning on sustainable development and programs that will bring more investment in our area. They plan on their pockets, some on their stomach. Hence, you hear time and again, some of the councillors are getting EFTs from the same MM. These are very huge allegations. So we are simply saying, because of their incompetency, we made a mistake by voting them. Now we are saying the mayor must go. If it comes to a push, if they protect the mayor, they must all go as a council.
Because of their incompetency.
Yes.
Because when I'm looking at this whole process and whole thing, right? We as on the move, we visited a lot of villages, and some they don't even know their councillors. So what can you say about this?
Now, it tells you one thing, that they only saw the person when they voted the person. Or it's either some of them never went to vote because they were angry. Remember, this is not the first time Mogalakwena is like this. We are seated whereby since from 2001 it was investigated. Now, there is other case which is in court of fraud and whatsoever. Now, here is another report of SIU that we are still awaiting, because the council need to give it to us as a report, as members of the community. Now, there comes another thing. On top of that, there is also allegations, very serious allegations, that we are having a very serious dossier that shows that those allegations are true, are no longer allegations. And also the cases need to be opened. Oh, yeah, they are opened against whatever is being done there in terms of administration. Now, this is the third one. The first one is in court. The second one, there's a report of SIU. We await it. It is also stated in our memorandum. Now, this is the third one. There's a new case. We treat it as an allegation. So, you see, they continue. So that's why we are saying, based on those facts that we are having as per allegations today, that the MM today has paid more than 100 million to a legal representative that represent him against the will of us as the communities. They are taking from the public funds. More than 100 million is being paid for product. So for protecting him, who is illegally appointed. So I'm giving but what that means. When coming to the issue study, yellow fleet. Now let me not talk of yellow fleet of mining. There's a fleet also. That fleet, it is alleged to be one of his friends' company or one of their companies, which is the fleet is here now. It is, you see, they paid that fleet 4 months before the fleet was here. There are a number of things that we can mention, but that's why we are saying the mayor is incompetent. He must just vacate the space, and then we go back and see what to do. Mr. Manda?
Yeah, it's only that way the communities cannot be, they only know their councillors when there is something which is something that they want to bring to the community. Those chosen few who are available during that time, they used to call meetings during the week where there are no people. But during the election time, they are visible to the people. But when at the time when they need to operate, at their operation level, they are no longer, they are nowhere to be found. For example, when the projects are there, they are delivering projects to the communities. That is when they are available to the communities, because they are getting something from those projects that are delivered to the communities.
Le mama le ikutlwa jwang ho ya le ka service ya makhanselara a masepala ho ya le ka mokgo re ya di-community ba re bontšha hore ha ba tsebe le makhanselara a bona sa le bano ba tseba ka yona letšatši leo ba kgethiwa lena le bona ka mokgwa mokuta.
Yona ke nnete ba bantši ba bolela gore bona ba tsebe makhanselara a bona. Re tseba e le jwa gore batho sentse ba vouta a ba tsebe makhanselara a bona ka bakeng la gore a sanka ba tla mo bona. Le di-ward committee ba no bona dirang gore di tswa kae di kgethulo tsang a ba tsebe. So ba ne di botšiša rena gore o tlhagang ka di-ward committee o diragalang ba kgethulo jwang e neng ko kae. So ke dilo tse le gore a re di tsebe re no bona ntse di tswela pele.
Okay, what is it to be done to ensure all these issues are addressed?
Hence, I said before that we are having solutions, we are not complaining.
Okay.
Now, that's why we do this call to all the civic organizations that which are within the jurisdiction of Mogalakwena municipality. To rally together with us, to march together, to go and deliver this memoranda, to all the relevant departments, and that is the best solution. This memoranda, the biggest thing is to only show those offices that this and this and this and this in terms of complaint from this period to this period, it was not attended to by our council. Mainly, we are talking the mayor who is the leader in the council. So our grievances are not being attended to. Lena as the authority, you as the authority, you ought to take this decision. In fact, we have decided you ought to make it a point that this happened, that the mayor is removed from Mogalakwena municipality. Then failure which further actions shall follow. We will take other actions.
Yeah, he said it mouthfully to say the delivery of the memorandum tomorrow must set the purpose, the need of the communities at large. Because that is the only way that we can show that we are no longer interested in their management in our municipality. Yeah, so the only thing is to for their removal from the municipality.
All right. In short, Mr. Sasa, as we are about to close, what can you say to the members of Mogalakwena as a whole? What advice can you give?
One, they must resist or desist from this issue Yamasebo. The issue of we call it wage driving. The issue of people telling them this one is going with who, this issue at division. A person must just sit and look at what is at place. One, let's check. Is this much, for example, does this much speak to my issues? If not, what is it that I must do so that it must be added there? Because we are calling, it's a clarion call on all members of this community. They must resist to be divided. They must unite. We are calling for unity of Mogalakwena for a just cause. Irregardless of our differences, we stay here. And if we are scattered, make no mistake, nothing we are going to win. There will be mining companies, there will be companies sapping inside the mine, there will be companies coming to work in this mine. We won't have the strong voice. That's the message that I want to spread out there. United, we shall remain standing and very firm. Divided, scattered, we will fall. We will never own our economy. They will continue dividing us for them to come here and harvest our platinum, nickel, whatever you might name it in Mogalakwena is there. The resources. They will continue to divide us and take our leadership, run our municipality so that they can give each other. They will run the board of directors of everything here, only because we are not united. So I'm calling for this community to get united. Hey, forget that SASA has done 1, 2, 3 yesterday. Regardless of our differences, unity will take us where we want to go in terms of deciding, in terms of having a strong voice together, so that we can resolve our matters, so that we can make sure that our economy remains in our hands. Even when we are fighting amongst ourselves, but let's fight amongst ourselves while having that economy. Not the economy arena you find now is taking N1 to Santen, and from Santen to Paris, from Paris to what do you call that? Dubai. There are some people here who want to amass themselves with the wealth of this Mogalakwena so that they must build more mansions in Dubai. I'm not dreaming of going to Dubai or France. My dreams are just around South Africa. Even if I get rich, I'll utilize that particular richness here to develop my people. So let's unite so that our people can get developed.
True. No, Mister.
Yeah, no, we said it's not for me. The only thing that we need is to speak with one voice, so that we bring back our communities and to listen to them what they are saying. That's what we need to encourage as structures, as the pieces.
Abakenyetsi ba boletse o tlala seatla re ka tlhakana ra ba ntwete re tlo ba molomong teng ke nagana gore re ka fitlhelela ntho e re e nyakang selemo sa re tlhakane
We are fighting for service delivery and Mogalakwena municipality. Yes.